Hi, Pat the Podcast Editor here. Is your inner risk taker always suppressed by fear of repercussion from management and stuck in the mud bosses? Well, in today's episode, Dan and Lloyd talk about their approach to crazy and risky business ideas and how they can lead to massive success. Let's take a look.
If you're in a marketing team of a fairly big brand or any brand and everything's been done a certain way for a certain amount of time, if you suddenly, want to innovate and change things up and it doesn't work, you look shit and you think you could lose your job. So why not just stick to every year we invest in these other things?
Like this wasn't really my decision. We've just always done it. So it's not going to come back on me.
And I kind of get that. If you're trying to jump up the career ladder, it's probably a bit risky.
I suppose really it's the higher ups in the business. It's they need to have a culture where it's like, look, we want you to try things. We want you to innovate. Yeah. Some of them might work and you won't just lose your job.
They want to enable the team to feel comfortable in putting those things forward. Those are the companies that are going to really grow, where all of the creative minds in the business feel comfortable enough to say crazy shit. To say let's jump out of the plane.
I haven't got any pants on.
Yeah. Crazy shit that's to do with marketing, Lloyd.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
But that's where you get the good ideas. People feel comfortable. And this is why I think it's so good for us, because we actively seek out those crazy mental ideas that are...
Do you know what?
Sound ridiculous.
And just thinking about that, we had a really good creative meeting about marketing our own business recently. And I did something for the first time, which I thought was really useful. We said basically come up with three ideas.
Ooh, this is
and then I
good.
said come up with another one that's deliberately shit, or like a wild card that's just mental.
Yeah.
And I think saying that allows people, because some of the ones that were crazy, I think one or two of them we were like, that would actually be really cool to do that.
Yeah.
And I think allowing people, because at the same, in those kind of spaces at work where it's like, come up with ideas, it does feel a bit like, oh, hang on, I'm going to say this. And the others might be like, that is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
What is she thinking?
But that's why it's important to build an environment where people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's easier said than done. Even if you are comfortable with the people you're around, it's sometimes you sort of hold back and what if people think my idea's crap?
Yeah, because you're trying to show your worth and I'm good at this job. I'm going to put some good ideas out there. So it is still hard, but I think that's really important, enabling people to feel like they can share.
Yeah.
But have a culture where we love sharing shit ideas, because sometimes you think it's shit and there's one absolutely amazing one that we go with.
So there you have it. Never suppress your crazy ideas. You never know where they might take your business. To hear the full episode, jump back to Business Anchors podcast number 46. And we'll see you next week for another Knowlton Nugget.